What if punishment was not about justice, but about control? What if prisons were not just buildings, but ways of shaping society itself? In Discipline and Punish, Michel Foucault uncovers the hidden history of power, how punishment moved from torture to surveillance, and how modern institutions shape the way we think, behave, and obey. This is the book that redefined our understanding of discipline. In the past, punishment was a spectacle. In the 18th century, criminals were tortured and executed before crowds. Justice was about terror, a display of the sovereign's power over the body. But then, something changed. Punishment moved from the public square to the prison cell. No longer a theatrical display of pain, but a silent, hidden mechanism of control. Why? Foucault argues that the modern prison didn't emerge because society became more humane. It emerged because power needed a new way to operate, not through brute force, but through discipline. Discipline was about training the body, regulating movement, enforcing routines, creating docile subjects who obeyed not out of fear of torture, but out of internalized control. The key to modern discipline, Foucault argues, is surveillance. Enter the panopticon, the perfect prison, designed by philosopher Jeremy Bentham. The genius of the panopticon is that power becomes invisible. Prisoners never see their guards, but the possibility of being watched ensures their obedience. They internalize discipline, watching themselves, controlling themselves. And here is Foucault's terrifying realization: modern society is a panopticon. Surveillance is everywhere. We obey not because we are forced to, but because we have learned to police ourselves. But prisons are not the only institutions of discipline. Schools, factories, hospitals, and even military barracks all function in the same way, regulating bodies, training obedience, ensuring conformity. Everywhere, we see the same techniques: surveillance, normalization, classification. The goal is not just punishment, but the creation of docile bodies, individuals who willingly submit to systems of control. In the past, power was sovereign. It belonged to a ruler who exercised it brutally, enforcing submission through violence. But modern power is disciplinary. It does not just punish, it shapes, organizes, and produces individuals who regulate themselves. It is more subtle, more efficient, and far more difficult to resist. Foucault warns that power is not just about surveillance, it is also about defining normality. In the 19th century, doctors, scientists, and criminologists classified people as deviant or normal. They created categories of the criminal, the mentally ill, the delinquent. But who decides what is deviant? Who gets to define what is criminal? Foucault shows that law is not just about justice. It is about maintaining order, enforcing norms, ensuring conformity to the system. If power is everywhere, shaping how we act, think, and even desire, how can we resist? Foucault does not give easy answers, but he challenges us to see power where we never thought to look, to question the systems we take for granted. Are we free, or have we internalized discipline so deeply that we have become our own jailers? Today, Foucault's ideas remain more relevant than ever. From mass surveillance to corporate tracking, from algorithmic policing to social media monitoring, disciplinary power is more invisible and more pervasive than ever before. The modern panopticon is digital, data replaces chains, and algorithms become the new wardens. In Discipline and Punish, Foucault does not just tell the history of prisons, he reveals the hidden mechanisms of power that shape all of modern life. The question remains, will we challenge these systems, or will we continue to police ourselves?